Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
One of the high spots of Wyatt Earp's career as Marshal of Wichita, Kansas, was his conflict with Shanghai Pierce. Abel H. Pierce was a New England shipowner turned Texas cattle baron. In 1875, Pierce was probably the richest and most influential, and certainly the most vivid character in all the Western country. Shortly before he tangled with Wyatt Earp, old Shanghai was guest of honor at a remarkable ceremony.
Go ahead, take it off. Yeah, boys, that's me. Shanghai Pierce to the line. $10,000 that cost me. I'm handsomer, naturally. Not another man in the South that have nerve enough to put a statue up to his own self. Hundreds of them think they deserve it, but they're waiting on the judgment of posterity. Me, I say let posterity go hang. A.H. Pierce, standing there in bronze on his own ranch. Cover me up, boys. The official ceremony takes place when the cattle drive to Kansas is over.
Oh, Mr. Pierce. Please, sir.
What's them things, Davy?
Telegrams congratulating you.
I forgot my glasses. Here, you read them.
Dear Mr. Pierce, I know of no living Texan more worthy of a statue than you are. Kindest regards, R.B. Hubbard, Governor.
Hooray! Hubbard gets my support next time.
Dear Shanghai, I think it's wonderful about the statue. William Buffalo Bill Brooks, Marshal of Dodge City.
Good old Bill.
And here's one from Luke Short, Marshal of Abilene. There isn't a man of my acquaintance more deserving of a statue.
Hey, who's that one from?
Oh, Wyatt Earp, the new Marshal of Wichita. But listen to what Wild Bill Hickok wires you from...
Earp. Well, we're heading for Wichita. What did you say?
Well, friends of yours here have asked me to comment on the statue you have erected. I suppose they want a tribute to your character from me. I am informed that last season you and your men raised more trouble in Wichita than any 5 outfits from other ranches. This is to warn you in a friendly way that we expect better behavior from you this season. W. Earp, Marshal. Don't worry about Earp, Mr. Pierce. We'll take care of him.
We'll take care of Earp.
Don't worry about
it. We'll take care of him.
No, boys, no. That ain't the way I'm going to handle Earp. I'm going to handle him just like I did Hickok and Buffalo Bill.
Buy him off, Mr. Pierce?
Key wrecked. Never met a man yet that didn't have his price. Tie that cover down tight on my statue, boys. Then get on your horses and head my cattle north. We're on our way to Wichita. Hooray!
Oh, good morning, Mr. Murdoch.
Oh, Allie. Why all the iron?
Oh, we're preparing a reception committee for Shanghai Pierce. We're saying howdy with lead this year.
Oh, no. Just got a telegram from Shanghai.
Yeah?
He promises to be a good boy. I'll have a talk with Mr. Earp. You fellas take it easy.
Okay.
Howdy. I hear you're planning a reception.
Yeah. Got guns stashed in places along Douglas Avenue and down Main Street. I'm going to take Mr. Pierce as soon as he shows in town.
Oh, now, Wyatt. Read this. Shanghai says, no trouble.
Oh? What changed his mind?
The statue, I think. Man puts up a statue to himself. He must be anxious about his reputation. I've given him a big spread here on page 1. No matter what you think of him, there's nobody else like him.
Yeah.
Now, Shanghai's not a bad character. Generous, fabulously wealthy. I think you'll like him, Wyatt.
Well, whatever you say goes, Mr. Murdoch. If Mr. Pierce wants to behave himself, well, that's wonderful.
Shanghai Pierce outfit is this town's biggest customer. He has at least 300 cowhands on his payroll. And at least that many more pickup drivers. He's throwing a big party when he hits town tonight.
Sounds like a big operator.
From here to Shanghai, China. That's his brag. He made a fortune in the China clipper trade before he left Boston.
Excuse me. Expressman left this barrel, Mr. Earp. Said it was a present for you.
A present?
Uh-huh.
Well, let's have a look. Can't be bribe money.
Compliments to Mr. Shanghai Pierce.
Wow, champagne. Imported.
Well, thank you, Mr. Pierce.
Yeah, there must be a whole dozen here.
Oh, there's 2 cases at least.
Yeah?
How's this for a peace offering?
It's right handsome. I hate to look a gift horse in the mouth, but what'll I do with it?
Wyatt, don't you even drink champagne?
It's too bubbly, makes my nose itch. I'll give it to Mayor Hope.
And Mr. Murdoch?
All right.
Thanks. This doesn't mean any more to Shanghai than if another man were to offer you a cigar.
Well, perfume. Boy from the Wichita Hotel sent it over.
Well, this must be my day. It's from a woman that says she's in serious trouble and would like police protection. Know anybody by the name of Alice Kennedy?
Do I? Alice Kennedy's an actress. The loveliest one that ever played Wichita.
Oh? You better go down and talk to her.
No, hold her. Miss Kennedy's too an important actress to our theater out here. She doesn't write mash notes, not even to the handsome Marshal Earp. You better go see her yourself.
All right, but there's something odd about that. There's no theatrical company playing here in town. Why would an important actress be here?
Well, will you go and find out? Maybe it's a story.
I'll let you know. I just know you're going to take good care of that champagne. I still think Shanghai Pierce is up to some kind of a trick.
Oh, yes, it's over 2 cases there.
Yeah, howdy, Mr. Saunders. I understand you got a Miss Kennedy here.
Yeah, she's waiting for you in the ladies' parlor, Mr. Earp.
Thank you.
Mr. Earp?
Yes. I got your note, Miss Kennedy. What kind of trouble are you in?
Well, I don't need police protection. That was just a fib to get you here. But I am in trouble, and I hope you'll allow me to explain a rather odd situation.
Well, I have the normal amount of curiosity.
Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
You're much different from what I expected.
So are you?
Oh? How's that?
Well, you're quite a lady.
Oh. But what I've agreed to do isn't at all ladylike. Well, I don't know how to put this delicately. Mr. Earp, will you escort me to a party tonight?
Shanghai Pierce's party?
Yes.
How'd he rope you into that?
My show stranded in St. Louis. He gave me $5,000. It bailed us all out.
That was kind of him.
It really was. Oh, there weren't any strings attached to the gift. I haven't even met him. He sent the money to my hotel, and when we all went down to thank him, he had left town.
You just happened to be here in Wichita?
No. No, I was in St. Louis at the Planters Hotel. He sent me a letter with $1,000.
And what are you supposed to do for that?
Come here to Wichita, invite you to the party, and that's all. I know it sounds silly.
Yes, it does. But I believe you, Miss Kennedy. You know, you don't have to be beholden to a man like Mr. Pierce.
Well, you see, Mr. Earp, I have a good play in manuscript, and I haven't any money. Mr. Pierce said he might lend it to me or back the play himself.
Well, that's very honest, Miss Kennedy. You didn't have to tell me the truth. You know, any man would be right proud to take you to that party tonight. No questions asked.
Then you'll take me?
I'm just the city marshal here of Wichita, and that just isn't reason enough for Mr. Pierce to be playing up to me the way he has.
Well, he's a man of generous whims. Maybe it's just his way of trying to make friends with you. I took the trouble of inquiring about Wyatt Earp. I think Mr. Pierce wants to brag to his friends that he knows you and that you're a friend of his.
Well, aren't you worried about what other plans he might have?
Other plans?
For you?
Oh, I'm not afraid of Mr. Pierce.
You should be. He's got a lot of rough men behind him. Men that'll do anything he says. He's rich enough that he thinks he can buy his way out of any trouble, including trouble with the law. Oh, I think you ought to be afraid of him.
Well, what can I do? I'm here. I've made the gamble.
Miss Kennedy. It's all right. We'll go to Shanghai's party.
Thank you, Mr. Earp. Now I'm scared again. What will Mr. Pierce expect of me?
Well, I think he probably expects you to have me tied to your chariot wheels by this time.
Oh. Well, would you pretend a little?
You know, I've been thinking about it.
Oh, this will be a good one tonight. Come on, everybody, sit down, sit down. Maylene, take the ladies' hands. Now, eat up, drink up. You don't see it, ask for it. Your money's no good tonight. This party's on A.H. Pierce. From here to Shanghai, that's me. I'm more full of wind than a Yankee Clipper sail. And I got a copper bottom that's dragged 1,000 miles over the Chisholm Trail, but I ain't never sprung a leak yet. Oh, excuse me. Well, sweet Alice Benbow, the pride and the toast of the Mississippi.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Pierce. Mr. Wyatt Earp, Mr. Shanghai Pierce.
Howdy, Mr. Pierce.
Why, you're just a young sprout. Well, isn't that wonderful, the history books? You sending me a sassy telegram.
I didn't mean to make it sassy, sir.
Oh, forget it, son. I like a young man with grit and gumption. Shake, no hard feelings. Hey, you got a grip like a longhorn's bite. He never tried to squeeze you, did he, Miss Alice?
Oh, no.
And a gentleman, too, huh? But, son, a man who don't recognize and respect a lady ain't no man at all. Miss Alice, you and I better consult about that theater business while I'm still sober. Excuse us, son. I won't keep her long. You know, I'm young enough to take a dare, but I'm much too old to make good on it. Folks, I want you to meet the star of the showboats, Miss Alice Kennedy, and my good friend, Wyatt Earp. Now, entertain him, everybody. We'll see you in a minute. Miss Alice. It's mighty good of you to come so far, Miss Alice. But I was betting you wouldn't stand up old Shanghai.
Of course not, Mr. Pierce.
Sit down.
Thank you.
I bet you're wondering why I go to so much bother about young Earp.
Well, yes, I have, a little.
He's in my way. I come up here from Texas, I want to see Wichita wide open like it used to be. I hope I ain't shocked you.
Oh, no, not at all, Mr. Pierce.
Well, that's a big relief. Because when you read about Shanghai in history, I don't want you believing all them mean little things they'll put in them books.
Well, you've been very kind to me.
I'm trying to be kind to that boy. I sent him some champagne. I arranged for him to meet you.
No good. I don't think that wine and women are his weakness.
You sure?
Oh, he'd make love to me, but he wouldn't do what I told him. Why, he's as strong-willed as you. Have you ever done what a woman told you?
I sure never did. And now there's got to be some way to get to Earp without just killing him.
Mr. Pierce, I like that man.
What's the answer?
Well, this, maybe. I know he likes card games. Oh, I feel pretty rotten telling you this, but the clerk at my hotel told me he's the best man in an honest game of poker he's ever seen.
That's it. Gambling can be a worser passion than wine or women. You are worth your weight in gold. But I may still need you, so you stay friends with her.
Well, I will, if you promise me that you won't.
You got a better guarantee than that. I bragged to my boys that I'd bring Earp into camp. Of course, if his price means a shooting match, well, but it won't be. Gambling.
I don't don't really understand, Mr. Pierce. Usually when a man sets out to buy the law, he's a little more cunning about it.
Rich men like him don't bother to be subtle. Do you have a price, Mr. Earp?
Well, I don't know. I've never really thought about it till today.
I hope your price isn't a shooting match. Is that your price?
Hey there, you two. Is that being good guests at my party?
I'm sorry, sir. We were just sitting...
No, forget it, son. It's time for a poker game. You play?
Yes, sir, I do, but I don't think it would be too exciting for Miss Alice.
Oh, that's all right. I had a rough trip from St. Louis, and if you don't mind, I'll be excused.
I'll walk you back to your hotel. You gentlemen go ahead with the poker game. I'll join you shortly.
Take your time, son. Just take your time.
I had a lovely evening, and thank you for inviting me, Mr. Pierce.
Pleasure's all mine, Miss Alice. Don't forget you're dining with me tomorrow, about 1 o'clock.
I wouldn't miss it for the world. Good night.
Good night. I'll see you later, Wyatt. Yes.
You've made it a very nice evening.
Well, thank you, Miss Alice. You're mighty fine company to be with. Say, do you happen to know whether Shanghai plays an honest game of poker?
With all his money, why should he cheat?
I'd sure like to give him a beating.
Oh? Is that gambler's fever, or is it just that you don't like him?
I'd just like to win enough for you so you wouldn't have to depend on him.
You're very sweet. But I'm not in this for money now.
Well, then why do you stay here? And why do you have to meet with him tomorrow?
Because I'm scared of something. Be careful, Wyatt.
I'm betting you 50, son.
Well, I'll see that and raise you 50. I fold.
How about an extra 100 in the showdown?
That's not the game, Shanghai. We agreed on a 100 limit on any one pot.
All right. Lay 'em down.
Flush.
Full house.
Running kind of low.
Don't you be worrying about him, Brother Parkins. His IOUs are just as good as gold with me.
Well, thanks, but I'm not quite cleaned out yet.
You stand up good to a run of bad luck, son. Ante up.
That's your deal. I guess can't seem to do any good.
That's a good-sized pot.
Oh, that's it for me.
Oh, you ain't quitting, son.
Just till the bank opens, Mr. Pierce. Enough to pay off these IOUs and pick up a stake to have another go at it.
Ah, what's money, son? Stay here with me. I enjoy your company.
It's daylight. I've had enough. How about you? We'll catch a nap for a little breakfast, Shanghai. Then we'll be back to give Wyatt a chance to get healthy.
I never saw a string of cards played better, son.
Well, thank you, but I hope my luck will change. At least it better. I'll see you after breakfast.
Now, wait a minute. Sit down. You know, son, I was aiming to persuade you that this town should be open wide again. Now I realize you wouldn't do that.
I couldn't keep my job. Mayor would just fire me and get himself another marshal.
All right. Then forget this two-bit job. Throw in with me.
Doing what?
I bought this place. The whole shebang.
You what?
I bought this place last night, and I need a partner. And I'll sell you a half interest, and you can pay me out of the profits. You like card games, son? You'd keep 'em honest.
It's mighty tempting, Mr. Pierce.
All right, then I'll just sign my name.
Well, hold on a second.
Huh?
Well, sir, I may be kind of stupid, but I just don't get all of this. First you send me that champagne, and then Miss Alice, and now you offer me a half interest in this place. Why? It just can't be that important to you whether or not Wichita is run wide open. You're only here 3 weeks out of the whole season. Even if you did get me to quit my job, Mayor Hope and Mr. Murdoch are committed to a decent policy. You don't buy all of Wichita when you buy me. It just doesn't make sense.
Now, you have a price, Earp. Every man has a price.
Well, Mr. Pierce, don't tell me that you went to all that trouble and rigmarole just to prove that every man can be bought and has his price.
Correct.
Sir, I don't believe that. You got too much sense and ability.
I came here to buy you. I bragged to my boys. And don't you be thinking that if you quit this job, Hope and Murdoch would be able to get a marshal as good as you. I would have been able to handle the average John Law. Son, I've offered you an interest in a good gambling place. I guess I'm getting stupid and stingy in my old age. And I'm kind of a lonesome maverick, too.
Well, you got a lot of friends, Mr. Pierce.
Friends? Sure. But I need a partner. All right, son. I'm asking you to throw in with me on the whole shebang, from here to Shanghai. It's worth a fortune, and I'll give you a partnership.
Well, that's right handsome, Mr. Pierce. I always did like the cattle business.
Then it's a deal?
No, sir.
Son, you don't understand. I'm offering... I got no one else, no family. Are you deaf? I'm giving you a half interest in the whole shebang. I'm all alone.
That's I don't think we'd get along, sir.
Oh, son, now I
Sir,
thought
it's still
you...
a price. That's a good price, and I thank you, but well, I couldn't throw in with you or anybody else with a price tag on me. Good day, Mr. Pierce.
Why, you young fool! You ungrateful! Shanghai! Shanghai! Where's my boys? Shanghai! Shanghai! Shanghai!
Wake up, boss!
Oh, bring me my gun, and all of you get your guns. We're gonna hoot all this town. I'll show that young squirt.
Wyatt,
Miss Alice,
what is it? What's all the noise about?
I had a little disagreement with Mr. Pierce. Thinks he's going to shoot up the town, so I guess I'm going to have to throw him in jail till he cools off a bit.
Oh, are they coming after you?
Sounds like it. Miss Alice, I got just about enough money in the bank for you to pay off Shanghai and produce your own play. I wish you'd take it.
Thank you. No. I'll pay him back. The show can wait. Besides, I'd still owe you.
Yeah, well, the difference in owing me is that I wouldn't put any price tags on you. Now, don't worry.
Wyatt, don't go.
You stay here.
I'm Shanghai Pierce, and I'm not taking any more of your insults, Earp. You can't hide all day, and I'm going to sit right here till you come out.
Sorry to have to do that, Mr. Pierce.
Hold it! Don't fire, you'll hit Shanghai!
You men stand back. We're heading for jail.
We ain't putting up with this, Shanghai. Oh, shut up. I can handle this. It's a good thing I like you, son. Everybody's going to jail. Come on! Nobody can lick Shanghai Pierce, boy. Whenever he makes up his mind to do something, he does it.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Shanghai never takes no for an answer.
Yes, sir.
Is that your jail?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a poor excuse for a jail. I'll come up here one of these days and build you one you'll be proud of.
We'd like that, sir.
Well, it'll be a pleasure.
Well, it's too bad, but I couldn't put a price tag on him.
Price tag? I don't understand, Miss Alice.
Oh. Well, it's a long story, but the end of it is he'll never be the husband of an actress.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.